Okay, Sean, thanks for coming today. Obviously had a rainy Friday morning here at Mill Creek Golf Course, but we were able to get our lesson in. I'm going to do a split screen comparison of your swing before and after we made the changes to your setup. Now, looking at your setup in both cases, you can see the one I made when we made the changes, the one on the video on the left. You look much better over the ball. Your pelvis is back a little bit, and your chest is over. You're a little bit more bent over. You can see in the one on the right, you're standing a little too straight up and down, and the positioning of your body, in your case, has a big determination on where that golf club goes and the positions of the golf club throughout your golf swing. We're going to start with the one on the right before we made the changes. Okay. Now you can see there, I made the comment to you, not only is your body, your posture is not very good, you're starting your backswing away way too much with your hands. That club head already is well behind you. At this point in your swing, and I told you to go ahead and look at the analyzation. I did a Gary Woodland swing on YouTube. Take a look at that. You'll see where at this point in the golf swing, Gary Woodland and most good players have the club still in front of their chest, and you can see the club head is well behind you. And once again, that is a result of you taking the club back too much with your arms and your hands. So we're going to go back up into the backswing, and you can see there the shaft plane and the middle of your backswing is well underneath your shaft plane of the dress. Okay, which kind of leads you into a position at the top where, because it's coming from such a shallow position, you end up across the line a little bit. You look at your upper body. Your upper body isn't in a bad position, but your pelvis, like I said, we talked about some of those things. Your pelvis is underneath your chest here, and I can see right from here you're going to come on your downswing. You're going to go into what's called an early extension. Now you can see your lower body and your pelvis isn't moving at all, and you're going to be coming. Your shoulders are going to be coming in from well underneath where they need to be, and which is going to lead. Okay, you're well underneath, well behind where that club head should be. That club head should be out there a little bit more, out toward where that blue line is, and you can see there is no activity at all in your lower body. Your right leg is completely straight. Your pelvis is underneath your chest, and you've lost your posture. So we talked about that. I'm not going to break that down too much, but there we get into an impact where you've lost your posture there. So all right, you can see where that lower body, that pelvis, that lower body. Okay, if I draw a line here, you can see that pelvis should stay on that line or close to it, and you can see yours moving close to the ball. I mean, that right hip bone is actually is farther out in front of where it was at address. So we talked about that. I'm going to go finish into this swing. Now we're going to go to the one on the left. Okay, we'll see if our changes in our setup helped you a little bit. Okay, I think you're still going to come out, because you're taking the club back away with your hands and your arms. You're going to come underneath the shaft plane still. Okay, now I'll get a red line. Just because of the positioning, you're still underneath, but not as bad. You can see that red line in the video on the left. I left the yellow line in the video on the right. You're still underneath the shaft plane, but a little bit better than it was. You're closer to the setup shaft plane, or the yellow line on the left, than the yellow line is to the blue line on the video on the right. Okay, we're going to continue up into our backswing. Okay, all right, still crossing the line, a little bit better position. Here we're going to go into our downswing. Okay. Now you hit that better. Now you've still lost your posture, but if I look at the impact positions of both golf swings, I'm going into an impact position. Okay, take an orange line. Okay, you can see where your right hip is there. Okay, and we can see where that right hip is there. Okay, that's not nearly as close to the ball as in the video on the right. So in just changing your setup there a little bit, that helped. Really do those exercises and some of those body preps that I gave you. A big part of that is being able to get in a setup position. You have what's called an S curve, where your back is too rounded, which leads to this. And we got to get more pelvic mobility for you, because like I told you, pelvic function is very important in a golf swing, and it's really in many cases is going to make a big determination on where the golf club goes in your downswing. So thanks again for coming today. Work on those. Just when you go play tomorrow in your tournament, just think of turning your chest. I told you, take your arms out of it a little bit and just think of turning your chest and rotating your chest while maintaining your posture. And we'll work on your lower body and your downswing in the coming weeks. Thank you.